Okay, so we've been learning a lot about personal narratives, and I have some questions for you to see if you remember some of the important features. So put your thumb up when you have an answer. Is a personal narrative a true or make believe story? Thumb up or thumb down? It's thumb up. Does a personal narrative have two or three parts? Hmm. Thumbs up, it has three parts. Today we're going to learn more about the middle of a personal narrative. So we're going to come on down here to this one right here. So we're going to learn about the middle of a personal narrative today, and it's the heart of the story. It tells more about what happened. So listen to the story without a middle part. Okay, that means that they forgot the middle part. One day I woke up in bed feeling very sick. I slept and slept and slept. Okay, now let's read it with a middle. One day I woke up in bed feeling very sick. My mom took me to the doctor. The doctor examined me, and then she gave me some icky medicine. Finally, I went home, took my medicine, snuggled into bed, and I slept and slept and slept. What do you think? Which one's better? Yeah, the second one is why? Well, I think it's because it has that extra stuff in the middle, the heart of the story. So we're going to try to learn how to do that today. So we're going to look closely at the middle of this narrative. And do you notice the words in purple? These are called temporal words. I bet you haven't heard that word temporal before. All it means is time related. Temporal words show the order that the events happen. They help the reader follow along and understand the story. So when she says, the first thing the doctor did was examine me, then she gave me some icky medicine. Finally, I went home. So those are saying the order of how things went. And so when we write that middle part of a personal narrative, you should put that in there. So here's some temporal words for the event order. At first, the first thing, then, all of a sudden, next, soon, later, suddenly, after that, finally, and at last. So we are going to read these, and then we're going to try to find what they wrote first and after that. So let's listen. One summer day at my grandma's house, I got a huge bottle of bubbles. I ran outside as fast as I could and started blowing as many bubbles as I could. First, I blew little bubbles into the air and chased them. All right, there's the beginning. After that, I tried making the largest bubble I could. I blew and blew and blew. Pop it splattered in my face. I couldn't stop laughing. So we could draw what happened in the first one, and that's where she drew the little bubbles. And then after that, she drew one big bubble that popped. And that's what we would put in these two boxes. And so now let's do this one together. We get to be a detective and use the story Bath Time. And we are going to read the story and circle the temporal words as we come across them. So we're not going to actually circle them, but we're going to talk about them. So bath time. On Sunday, I gave my stinky Jeb a bath in the yard. First, I put him in a tub filled with soapy water. Some of the bubbles got on his nose. He licked them off, silly dog. Then he tried to get out. I held him down. Finally, he was clean and jumped out of the tub. I hope he will let me give him a bath again. So we're looking for those words then, finally, first, those kinds of things. So let's look here. On Sunday, I gave my stinky dog Jeb a bath in the yard first. Okay, so first, what did he do? Put him in a tub filled with soapy water. Okay, good. We can put that in this first picture. And then it says, some of the bubbles got on his nose. He licked them off, silly dog. Then, that's another temporal word. Then he tried to get out. So what did he do? He tried to get out, and you held him down. And then finally, he was clean and jumped out of the tub. Finally, what happened? He was clean. So they use lots of good temporal words there. So go ahead and tell me what happened first, then, and finally. Write those down on a piece of paper, and you can draw the picture if you need to.